We're talking to Denny Robey. It is about the Donna Pediatric Fund Gospel Music Concert that's coming up on Saturday, February 24th, 6 to 8 p.m. at Franklin County High School Auditorium. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. And great to be back and to visit with you for a little bit.
Tell me about what you've been doing the last year about this. Now, I understand it's a big effort, and you kind of are still involved in it on a
I am very much.
basis?
I'm one of 6 board members that have kept this program going, and there are 2 major events. One is this concert that happens every year in February, and we have a second event, which is a golf tournament, which happens down at the lake. That's primarily organized by Donna Sink's daughters, Mandy and Jennifer, and both are successful events and annual, and will continue with those.
All right. So this is coming up very shortly. We're 10 days away.
Right.
And how can people get tickets for this?
The best way, really, they could get them at Sontag, but the best way is at the door. We will, they'll be available $12 for adults, $5 for school-age children, 4 through 12, and then anyone under 4 will get in for free. It will be at the high school at 6 o'clock. I do want to emphasize that. It's an hour earlier than it has been. Many families requested that we start a little earlier and let them get home on a Saturday night. So we've obliged that and hope we have a great turnout.
I know. When I get out on a night, I want to get to bed early.
Yeah.
I think it's age is what it is.
Right.
Yeah, probably. Now, who's performing and how does that decide
The
it?
performance this year is with 2 great groups. We have in the past few years tried to trend towards or focus more on bluegrass gospel. We feel like there's a large audience in the county who enjoys gospel music, and so these 2 groups will represent that type of music. One is the Connor family. They are new and performers for us. They are perhaps well known through Victor, who runs the Connor Bowman Funeral Home. Victor's been a musician with his family for many years, and I didn't realize it till I did some bio work with Victor that the family really is from West Virginia. They've been here for many years, living in the Boones Mill area. But we're grateful to have them join us. And then perhaps the main act, I will say, is the Churchmen. They're from Collinsville, but really they travel all over. I was speaking with them last year, and they had a program in Florida one day, and we're back into North Carolina the next day, and then back into the Martinsville area. So they do a lot of traveling, in addition to regular daytime jobs. So, but they are nationally known and have won several awards for their music.
So what is involved in getting this project done every year? It seems like it probably would be a lot of work. Is it constant, or is this like a really geared up last couple of months?
Well, it's kind of planning through the year, but you're right. It's in the last couple of months. It's when we try and bring all of those plans and ideas to coming together. It involves really getting the word out, and we're so appreciative of you to help with that. So it's, that's going to be pivotal to success of the program, is getting the word out, getting the programs and the groups lined up, and so that I do that months and months beforehand and get that lined up, and then we have a number of volunteers who help with. We have refreshments there, and so that's available. So that takes a lot of hands to get that stuff ready. It's working with the high school to secure that auditorium date, and they've been extremely helpful in allowing us to get that each year. It's the last Saturday in February, and it has been for years. So,
who cleans up? You get to do that?
No, that's a good question. No, that's a part of it. We
make sure it's just like you saw it when you got there.
Right. There is a high school custodian who gets paid hourly and stays late. He will open up on this Saturday evening at 4 and stay till the program is over, and then he will continue till, so that you're right. So that when Monday morning comes, the auditorium looks just as it did on Friday.
Like you've never been there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
good.
and we do pay and are glad to do so.
So tell us about Donna Sink, because most people say, well, I've heard the name before, but and there's something raising money, but
Well,
why?
Donna was a teacher assistant at Sontag for many years, and as a matter of fact, she started out as a volunteer, a parent volunteer. She had two daughters, Mandy and Jennifer, who started in kindergarten and pre-K,
Oh,
and she was such a valuable volunteer that I asked her to join as a teaching assistant, and she did that for many years. And she was she stood out in that work, in that there was nothing that she wouldn't do for kids most in need, and she seemed to gravitate to those kids who had some real problems at home, and she did more than was expected of her work in every case, and she was really an inspiration to many adults who came and went in that building every day. And so in tribute to her, it was to continue on and to have this program in place for her, and with this mission. And the mission is to raise funds with these two events, and in doing so, to give these funds to families in the county who have children with severe and ongoing medical needs. And we've been doing that now this is our 13th year since her passing, and we have given over $65,000 to families in the county, and that work continues.
So tell me about these families. What kind of things have been done for them over the years?
It can be a number of things. For some, it is motel rooms, travel cards, gas cards. For some, it is paying a portion of a medical bill. For some, we have helped payment for a handicapped vehicle. We paid a portion of a van that was that allowed for wheelchair access. We have bought equipment for children who need mobile assistance at home. So it's a number of ways that we feel like we can best help a family.
It doesn't sound like people really understand the fact that exactly how many things have to be done to get
Right.
a person up to speed and involved.
Well, and oftentimes there are families who will have some adequate coverage, but then they are burdened with
No one expects this
with a lot
to
of
happen.
travel, right?
And then boom,
a
it
lot
hits
of
you.
out-of-pocket travel to perhaps a North Carolina hospital or to Charlottesville.
Time off from work.
And yes, and so it's a way to give assistance in whatever way we meaningfully feel like we should play a role.
Wow, I'm glad that this is being done. I was hoping maybe at some point in the future, if you think about it, if you ask them, maybe some of the families have been helped if they're willing to go on the air and talk about it a little bit.
Sure.
That would be nice
Yeah.
to see, to hear an example of what exactly was done for them and how it changed them.
And we do have several who I don't know how eager they'd be to come and speak,
Yes.
but knowing some, I feel like they'd be comfortable doing so and be more than willing. And so as we get ready for
Possibly.
the future, I'll make sure that I secure that with you.
Okay.
We do try and have those families come, and we recognize some children and families.
Oh, so they
on
come to the
night.
actual show later.
They will come.
Oh,
right.
good.
And,
Great.
some we've asked to come down and speak, and some just are much more comfortable just with a wave at the crowd, and so we will accommodate whatever parents want. But we do want the community to know that in fact it is at work, and that money is being distributed, and we try and provide a record of that.
Next time, I also want you to bring your guitar.
Okay,
I
will do.
You
We'll
did
gladly
well
do.
that other year when you had that was really nice.
Okay.
And if you don't have a copy of that, I still have a copy of that.
Oh, I don't, and so yeah,
Okay,
at
yes.
some point.
Yes, it's buried in the files, but I know I
Okay.
have that. So who can they call, and what's the number to find out more tickets or
The
anything
best
else?
thing is to call. They could call two numbers. One is at Suntech School, which is 483-5667, and ask for Jeanette Mullins. And Jeanette works in the office. But they also could call me. It's 276-734-2066. That's my cell, and I'll gladly answer any questions about this program that's coming.
Let's run down again how they can get tickets and how much they
The
cost.
best is to get tickets is to come a little bit early that Saturday. We do expect a big crowd. Hope for a big crowd. It's at 6 o'clock at the High School Auditorium on February the 24th. Rain or shine, and it will be a great evening of two excellent bluegrass gospel program performers, and with great refreshment, and we're dedicated to getting parents in at 6 o'clock and getting families out at a reasonable time at home. So we're looking forward to another great program this year.
One thing I forgot to mention, you need more volunteer help.
No, we are in good shape though. Thank you. We have a scout group that helps. We have parents that help, and we have these family members of the 6 board members. So we've got plenty of help for that night. Thank you though.
All right. Thank you, Denny Robey. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Carl, for letting us come.